Hey, what's up, guys and gals? It is the Tyrant here, and we are back with CMT's Halo mod, Single Player Version 3. This is featuring Halo PC, or more specifically, Halo Custom Edition, which was a modifiable version of Halo that was released free from Bungie about a year or so, I think, after the original Halo PC. So I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I actually am friends with the CMT community or certain members of the community, and one of my friends there pointed out in particular that even though I'd gone through the Silent Cartographer Evolved version, that I hadn't actually played their standard version yet. So that's what we're doing today. As you can see, it's already right into the action. They mowed down those two wraiths thanks to those pelicans. So for those of you who aren't familiar with it, or since it's been a while since I've posted anything related to this mod, essentially this is a modified version of the original campaign. What CMT community has done here is give it a nice buff and shine in terms of the graphics. They look amazing. They've done an overhaul with some of the music here, including adding some of their own tracks, which are beautifully done. But more importantly, they've also added new weapons as well as new enemies. You'll see these enemies in other games. You'll notice the brutes here, as well as the skirmishers. Some of these weapons are going to seem familiar to you, while not in the original Halo campaign. You'll notice things like the focus rifle and the carbine, but they have some of their own custom weapons too, such as the shredder. And also they have made us some of their own enemies too. Sorry, that elite took me off guard there. They have 3 hunter variants, which we're going to see in all 3 in this mission. You have the gold hunter, which shoots the regular old fuel rod gun rounds that we're used to from Halo 1. The blue hunter, which shoots the assault cannon, somewhat similar to what you saw in Halo 2 and 3. Difference in color, but honestly I think that was a much needed positive change here. Since it does help distinct it a little bit better, or make it a little bit more visible. And then there is the Special Ops variant, which I believe is black and purple, predominantly black, and apparently its main weapon is what am I thinking here? Shade turret cannon. So as you can see, we got a DMR, which, by the way, if you didn't recognize it right here, I also have a grenade launcher strapped to this battle rifle. It's pretty cool. There is a glitch where if you manage to find a Covenant charging station that's meant to charge the plasma weapons, it'll actually give you infinite ammo for this weapon as well, at least for the grenade launcher. So this is one of their new vehicles. It's a little bit similar to the one that you see in Halo 5 multiplayer, except not only does it have 2 machine guns on it, but it also has grenade launcher rounds as well. I think the one in Halo 5 has Hydra launchers or something like that. I don't know. I think I've maybe driven it once. So right now I'm kind of going the unorthodox way. I know that in this mission you need to unlock the map room first before you can actually go inside. So we're going to show these jackals who's boss. We're just going to go a little bowling for jackals here. You know me. I like to have a little fun. So that should take care of it. This is a very powerful weapon you can bring with you. Obviously, since it's a mongoose instead of a warthog, you can actually fit it up inside the island, as opposed to the warthog, which pretty much just has to stay out here. So I can hear some brutes back there as well. I think one has a shield. So there are several different variants of brutes here. Some look like they came from Halo Reach. Some a little bit more from Halo 3. But the way they did this is just very good. People tend to think of mods as sort of a slap-on project where you just kind of put stuff in the game and see how it works. But everything they've done here is very organic. It feels like it should have been there all along. So it's very well done. Definitely worth your time. I am going to be doing a video probably next week, if not then the weekend after, or the week after, comparing this to Halo Anniversary. And the grunt is panicking. Oh, I miss these grunts. So I don't know if you know this or not. Right now, I mean, people who've played this, obviously they do, but right now, so far, they've only included the missions, the Pillar of Autumn through Assault on the Control Room, with obviously 2 variants to the Silent Cartographer. This is the normal one, then they have an evolved version, which you can also see on my website. I'm playing this one on Heroic, which I guess is their equivalent to normal, because it starts with normal and it goes then to Heroic, Legendary, and then Noble difficulty. So I'll be taking care of these guys. But I am really looking forward to seeing the second half of the campaign. They're supposed to be releasing it this year. Very interested to see what they do with the Flood and the Sentinels. I've sent some suggestions their way. If you're listening right now, one of my things that I would hope that you don't include is the Prometheans. I saw a little documentary where you might include Promethean Knights. People are still tend to be either on the fence about Prometheans or just flat out don't like them. As you can see, this is the assault cannon hunters that we're going up against. So I'm going to see if I can bring the mongoose up here. But my advice to them was to go this, and some of you will like this at least, the Halo 2 route, where we use the Sentinel variants from that game. So for those of you who don't know, there are 4 types. This is good if you're participating in this week's giveaway, which I'll talk about in a few minutes as well. But there are 4 types in there. You have the standard Sentinel, or the Sentinel Minor. It's unshielded, shoots a gold beam. You've got the Sentinel Major, that's gold and shielded, and it shoots a more powerful blue beam. You've got the little Sentinel Constructors. I think in Halo 2 they're actually called Sentinel Welders, but that can be used interchangeably, I think. My advice in terms of incorporating, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering so much, into the latter half of the campaign would be to have them like faster than standard Sentinels, and maybe have little red beams that aren't quite as strong, but maybe just a little bit more annoying. Maybe they could be in more tighter spaces, but also include the Sentinel Enforcers. Those are the big guys with the shields, or the jackal-looking shields, and they have the mortar weapons that look like, you know, arcing rockets, and they've got the pulse weapons, which I think are like red needles from the Needler, but they don't home in or anything like that, but they look cool as can be. So if you didn't already know, you can actually use the Hunter weapons in this campaign. That is freaking awesome, especially since there are some cloaked elites up here. So we're going to be dealing with those. And fortunately, because cloaked elites are not shielded, they go down pretty easily. So now you get to see what this looks like from first-person perspective. Pretty awesome. Pretty effective, too. I like it. He did not sound happy. So we're going through. So a second ago I brought up the giveaway, and essentially for those of you who don't know or haven't checked out that series of videos on my site, every single week leading up to the release of Halo Wars 2, I am holding a giveaway contest. And essentially the way it works is I post 10 questions that are related to Halo every single week. I create a video for it, so it's easy to find. And essentially this tests your knowledge on both the Halo lore as well as the gameplay. Some of these questions you'll probably know off the top of your head. Others you may have to look up on Google. And still some others you might actually have to play the game to figure out. And the reason I like including those questions is because it kind of makes you go back and relive some of those awesome Halo moments. Of course, if you don't have access to those games anymore for whatever reason, just remember that most of them you can find on my site. There's only one Halo game that I have not uploaded to this site yet, which will be a question for this week, so just keep that in mind. But other than that, if you don't have access to the game, you can check out one of my walkthroughs. Recently, I uploaded my Halo 3 ODST Mythic/Lazo walkthrough, and there will be questions on ODST this upcoming week related to the gameplay. So that's definitely something to reconsider, or definitely something to consider going into this, unless you just want to go ahead and play it yourself, which of course is highly encouraged. But one thing I noticed last week, and I'll repeat this in my Friday video. A friend of mine asked me, since the way this works is you have to answer the 10 questions in the comment section, and so she asked, what is stopping them from simply copying the answers from someone else? And I responded, I said, well, technically nothing. And I can't really say it's against the rules or anything because I really have no way of knowing. So she asked, what's stopping them? I said, nothing is, but it's not recommended, and I'll tell you why. And last week's video, or last week's giveaway, pretty much highlights that on point. So one of the questions was, how many brute chieftains are there in the mission The Covenant? Of course, this includes chieftains of all variants, whether you're talking about Hammer Chieftain or War Chieftain with the fuel rod gun or the plasma cannon. And I noticed that someone answered the question incorrectly, and I'll flat out tell you what they put right now. It's 5. That is not correct, but I noticed that in the first few hours, people who answered in that time frame also said 5. And their format looked a lot like the other person. So am I going to count it against you if you copy someone else's answers? No, but keep in mind that you have a week to figure this out on your own. Whether you post first or last does not matter, because at the end of the week, usually sometime on Friday afternoon-ish, I take all the names of the people who got it correct, or all the questions correct, and I enter them into a software raffle system, so it randomly picks a name. So whether you're the first person to post or you're the last, you have an equal chance. Grab that overshield. I think I might grab this too. So again, you have a week to do this. I would highly recommend, just going out there and checking the answers, and just to see if, you're, in other words, I wouldn't copy someone else's, because you're kind of bargaining against, or betting against yourself on that one. But the man, my voice is even crackling too. So tomorrow we actually will be picking a winner for this for last week's quiz, and there will be a new one up. The prize, of course, is Halo Wars 2 Ultimate Edition. I need your Xbox Live gamer tag so I can send it in the... I'll be sending a code through your tag. I'll be messaging you on Xbox Live if you won. And it looks like we have some standard hunters here. For those who are wondering, yes, I am doing a review for Halo Wars 2. I'll try to do it as soon as it comes out, as soon as I've played through the campaign fairly thoroughly. And I will be doing a legendary walkthrough for it as well. And I don't know why I'm shooting this hunter with a DMR. This is not working. Oh, that worked out pretty nice. All right, I love these cluster grenades. All right, so assault cannon, bad against hunters. Fuel rod cannon, good. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pick up my assault cannon again, because I know that after I unlock the map room, a bunch of active camo elites will be entering this area. And this weapon seems to be very effective on them. And we've got about 55% left in terms of the energy, so we're going to go ahead and unlock this thing. Ooh, carbine. Very effective weapon. Extreme rapid fire on this thing.
Analyzing. This is a security override station for the main facility, located somewhere else on this island. Shut the system down so the Covenant won't be able to lock us out.
I'm just glad CMT kept the glow of the energy sword.
Main facility.
That's something I definitely miss from the original Halo game, because all of the swords that came after that look like plastic. Alright, so where are the active camo elites?
We're on our way.
Where are you? There you are. Oh, you lucked out. Oh, double kill. Not bad. Except now I'm out of ammo. So as you can see, the carbine here shoots really, really fast. I'm not sure if it's in an overpowering way. But since this is campaign, I don't really think it matters. I don't think you can give the player too much power. Okay, that didn't do anything. Where is he? He's hiding right there. Why didn't that cluster grenade kill him? There we go. Go ahead and pick up my DMR again. So we've already come across 2 of the 3 hunter variants here. So, unlike the other missions, aside from Truth and Reconciliation, so far this one does not seem to have any additional areas. One of the things that I've really appreciated about CMT's take on the campaign is that they actually put new sections and objectives in the missions on top of the old ones to help lengthen the mission. And of course, for anyone who's played Halo 100 times before, if you're someone like me, it's something new and it's something interesting, something that most people don't expect. Hold still. Let me shoot you. Always looks like the grunts are dancing. Okay, and I'm hearing banshees. Okay, was not expecting that. Okay, I guess rockets are going to be the way to go here. I don't think this is going to really do much to them. And it sounds like I've got some Marines down there too. Always a good thing. As long as that quote-unquote ally isn't Cat, the Spartan 3, I think we're in good shape. Honestly, how could a Spartan with such a cool name be so terrible? That Marine sounds really, really pissed. Alright, let's see if I can get down there safely. If I remember correctly, there's an... Oh, there we are. Some overshields. So I can just hop right down. With minimal damage. Still have some overshield left. I can use that to deal with the Banshees. Let's see what goodies CMT left for us down here. Another mongoose. Fantastic. The mongoose... The mongeese... I don't know what the plural is for that in this game, are extremely useful. Oh, check that out. I didn't even notice that. That looks like the edge of the Halo ring over there. Either that or it's another Sentinel wall. CMT, if you're watching this right now, oh, bullseye. Let me know. I'm kind of curious. We've never actually seen the edge of a Halo ring in a Halo game, or at least not from an actual gameplay perspective, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, see if I can get this guy again. I'm going to wait till he's flying towards me, do a little Toro Toro action. I said Toro Toro, not Tora Tora. Alright. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. You know, you'd think after he saw what happened to his buddy, he'd rethink that strategy, but I guess elites have the intelligence of brutes in this game. Okay, so the health regen is very useful in this game. It kind of works like the automatic health regen for Halo Reach. It does not recharge your health all the way, just about halfway. Maybe a little more than halfway. Alright, so... now we're going to head off this way. One of the reasons I want to take this with me is because it will get us at least partway into the map room facility. I don't want to go too far because I think that whatever happened to this mongoose, someone painted it with gasoline, because it does not take much for it to catch on fire and kill you at the same time. That is one thing that annoys me a little bit, is the concept of the Jackals with the carbines that are aboard the Phantoms. They seem to have some pretty serious range. Oh! Come on. Come on, buddy. That looks like Jupiter. Is that a Halo ring in the background? I see a storm, but it looks like just to the left of it's a Halo ring. I could be wrong. Maybe it's one of those ones created from the Greater Arc. You know, up until my first quiz was released, I had no idea that was even a thing. I had people in the comments section when I asked, the question was, how many Halo rings were there in the original trilogy? Well, actually, more so, I said, how many Halo rings were there by the end of the original Halo trilogy? I probably should have worded that better. My answer for that was 8. The original 7 created by the Forerunners, and then the installation 04B, which was created by the Arc at the end of Halo 3. Did not know about this concept of the Greater Arc, so thank you 343 for doing that. Interesting for sure. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's try it again. Oh. Did I get you that time? Nope. There we go.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The Cartographer must be here. My analysis indicates that the map room should be at the bottom floor of this facility. Let's keep going inside.
Grab another carbine. So we got the DMR, we got the carbine. We'll take this down for a little bit. I want to see if the Marine will follow me. Don't think he will, if I remember correctly. In fact, I believe in the Xbox version, if you cross the threshold with a Marine or go too far, nothing happens to him. He just sort of stands there. So you can stick him with grenades all you want to, or with needles, and the grenades and the needles never detonate. They just stay there. I do not know if that applies here. My guess is nope, doesn't look like it. So let's see if we have to go this way. We had to go this way for the Silent Cartographer Evolved version. That doesn't look like it this time around. I'm not seeing a hollow panel anywhere. But in the Evolved version, essentially this was part of a bridge. So you got to see what the other side looked like. And the activation for the actual Cartographer itself was very entertaining. You essentially had 3 panels that you had to activate. Each time you activated another one, more enemies would come out. Even the sequence of just activating it was very impressive. You saw the hologram spinning around, just very cool. Lot of fan service there. Probably the most fun I've had in this game so far was with the Silent Cartographer Evolved, because it shows you just how much a dedicated team like that with a lot of passion can really do. And just so you guys know, remember, this mod is 100% free. I don't know, and maybe CMT can answer this in the comments below, I don't know if you have to have Halo PC installed for this to work, or if you can just have Halo Custom Edition. I've got both installed. I've had my Halo PC disc for about, let's see, gosh, what, 12 years now? Maybe long, yeah, probably longer than that. I think it's 12. I think 2004 was when it came out, or 2003. I really don't remember. So maybe it's been 14 years. But remember, these are free, the mod itself anyway. As far as Halo PC is concerned, if you don't have it, you want to give it a try. Remember, I'm still in the process of trying to set up my own server. And by the way, if you're wondering what weapon that was there, that was the Brute Plasma Pistol. Probably one of the most effective brute weapons I've seen in this game. Instead of shooting plasma, it shoots fire. So it burns hot. And no, that is not what she said. So anyway, you can actually get Halo PC on Amazon Prime, or Amazon in general, for only 20 bucks. That's fairly cheap for this game. I don't think I'd buy a used copy for the sole reason of I don't know if the serial key would work. Yeah, you can probably torrent the thing. I would never recommend that for Halo though. So, oh, okay. Did not see that coming. That is one thing that I'd really like to see in the future installments, or just updates in general, is a usable energy sword. I always pictured the energy sword as just a simple melee weapon without the whole lunge thing. Just basically a one-hit kill or a two-hit kill energy blade. I just think that would be freaking sweet. I'm actually surprised it hasn't been there anyway. I don't know if it's just a coding issue or what, but I would love to see that involved. And I am getting hammered now by those special ops hunters. I'm actually curious to see what you guys think, which hunter is more deadly. Is it the gold hunter with the fuel rod cannon, the assault hunter with the assault cannon, or the special ops hunter with the shade cannon?
Hey people, we got company coming. Let's set the table. Engage enemy forces on site.
It'll be easier to hold them off from inside the structure. Can you get inside?
Negative. They're closing in too fast. Negative. Chief, you gotta find the cartographer.
Okay.
We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
So nothing new so far. This has been
We'll be
fairly
in a tight
standard.
spot if we don't get out of here before additional reinforcements arrive. Let's find that map.
Okay, so I'd rather save these for later. The only problem is, as crazy as this sounds, being the Halo walkthrough guy, the mythic guy at that, I have a hard time finding that room coming back up, or at least getting to that specific platform. Otherwise, getting back to the top would be freaking easy. The reason I'm not picking up the Jackal Shield there is because there's really not a lot you can do with it. Basically, I guess it would be good for speed running, but it's not really. You have to basically replace one of your weapons for it, and you can barely see unless you're using visor mode. So again, it's probably really good for speed runs, not that great for firefights because you're not really returning any fire. Skirmishers fit surprisingly well in this game. They have a nice little niche outside of the Jackals. Oh, okay. Okay, that DMR's bad idea. I don't want to waste too much carbine ammo here because I'm not sure how many elites I have to face coming up. I do remember, it's been a while, I do remember that the top of the tower has a few active camo elites just before you reach the outside where the Pelican picks you up. Okay, so here is the cartographer, so we'll go ahead and activate this
There.
this
That
puppy.
holo panel should activate the map. Analyzing. Halo's control center is located there. That structure appears to be some sort of temple or shrine, if I've interpreted this correctly. Interesting. A shrine is an unlikely place to put such a significant installation.
All right, and back up we go.
Cortana to Captain Keyes.
The captain has dropped out of contact, Cortana. His ship may be out of range or having equipment problems.
That sounded so robotic the way she said that. Is it just me?
Contact, and then tell him that the Master Chief and I have determined the location of the control.
I mean, it sounds like Fohammer was literally just reading off of a piece of paper.
Affirmative. Fohammer out.
Okay, so I don't know how to get back up there from here. I'm sure if I retrace my steps from the upper floor I could figure it out, but okay. This place is like a maze sometimes. Alright, so I guess we're just going to go ahead and make the trip back upstairs. Alright, so that is that brute plasma pistol right there. Excellent weapon against unshielded enemies. Against shielded, it's not very effective. It's extremely effective against the player, though. But I also like how they actually switch this up a little bit here. The Jackal shields reflect which type of weapon they have. They have the Needler, they have sort of a purple-blue shield. Generally speaking, if it's a brute plasma pistol, they've got that orangish yellow shield, and then just a standard blue shield, I think, for light bluish, greenish color from just the regular plasma pistol. So I love how they distinguish the different ranks of Covenant here. Alright, so we're going to do this again. And it looks like we've got some enemies above as well. Okay, they're just simply grunts. I'm trying to be careful here because this is at the end of the mission. And I know I've got some blue jackals up, or brute plasma pistol jackals up there. Okay, I'm about 90% sure I hit him in the head. I love that vortex grenade. There's a weapon in this game that does something very similar. It's called Void's Tear. I'm not sure if that inspiration was taken from the one that's in Halo 5 Guardians, or if 343 actually borrowed the idea from CMT Community. I'm not really sure when Void's Tear came out for Halo 5. I do know that this was released sometime middle of last year, so that would be interesting. And the same applies to the Hunter Cannon. I know that 343 added the Hunter Cannon in one of the updates. I think it was like an update in October or November of last year. And I kept thinking to myself, didn't CMT do this first? I mean, I'm still glad it's in Halo 5 one way or another. People have been asking that for a long time. But if that is the case, it's good to see that they're actually taking cues from fans. Okay, I've got to be extremely careful here because there are two special ops hunters up there. I don't know if it would have been better for me to bring a rocket launcher and take them out initially, or just make the run for it, but that would have meant either disregarding my DMR or my carbine. Not really sure I wanted to do either one of those. So I'm going to see if there's any other grenades or anything that I could find. Okay. Not sure how this is going to play out. Those guys are pretty heavily armored. I've dealt with them before in Truth and Reconciliation. Not much actually takes them out aside from either high explosive weapons like rockets, another fuel rod gun from a hunter, or shoot, what are they called? The cluster grenades. Yeah, that hunter's laughing at me now. Just wait till I run past his sorry ass. But I will say those things have quite a bit of power. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Maybe I should just make a run for it. There we go. Alright, going to make a run for it. Oh, wrong way. This is not going as I planned. And I'm being tailed by him too. Alright, going to take some fast action here. I see the hunter out of the corner of my eye. At least I got the brute. So, alright, we're on our way out. Final verdict on this. So it definitely looks better than the original Cartographer from Halo or Halo PC. I will say that I was a lot more impressed with the evolved version. Basically, like I said, that shows the true talent behind this. They essentially created an entirely new island. The objectives were a lot more interesting and original. Unlocking the map room, you had this whole tower structure you had to go through. Not only were you encountering the hunters like you do here, but you had the lifts and everything. The way you activate the Cartographer at the end I thought was amazing. A very nice and original take on it. I thought that was great. And I was really kind of hoping to see something. What I've noticed is this, unlike the other missions, this is sort of like Truth and Reconciliation in the sense that they didn't really add anything new or different other than, you know, their typical stuff, which is the music and the new enemies and the new weapons and the updated graphics. Those are all great and they look amazing in this. But if you haven't checked out the Silent Cartographer Evolved version yet, it's already on my site. Check out my playlist. It looks amazing. Just it's completely phenomenal. It doesn't matter how many times you've played the Silent Cartographer, you are not going to know what to do aside from the simple things of the map room, or unlocking the map room and getting to the map room, the way it's actually done is extremely different from what you're used to. And I thought you could hide from me, did you? So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned tomorrow for the giveaway for the week. It's going to be Halo Quiz number 3. Remember, it's 10 questions. Answer all 10 right in the comment section below. Of course, there's going to be further instructions tomorrow in tomorrow's video, but check out the video for your chance to win a free copy of Halo Wars 2. I want to give a special shout out to Master1337 and the CMT community for making these awesome mods. I cannot wait to see the rest of the game. Don't make me wait too long, guys. I can't wait to play it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. And if you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. Links to my social media accounts are in the description. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you right back here tomorrow with a Halo quiz and another giveaway. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.
Honeycombed with deep tunnels, which circle the whole ring.
I hope your analysis is on the money, Cortana. This delegate won't turn on a dime.
Look on the bright side, Philhammer. The last thing the Covenant will expect is an aerial insertion from underground.